How long can a dream really be? 60 feet? 70? Try 100. This isn't science fiction. It's the American Dream Limousine, the world's longest car ever built. 100 feet of chrome, glass, and absolute excess. A car so large it carries a helipad, a swimming pool, a mini golf course, and its own guest suite, yet still wears license plates. Most people build mansions. Jay Ohrberg built one that moves. A legend born in the 1980s. Back in 1986, California custom car legend Jay Ohrberg decided ordinary wasn't enough. He'd already built Batmobiles, KITT replicas, and Hollywood props, but this time he wanted something outrageous. A car so long it would break every record on Earth. What emerged was a white stretch Cadillac that looked like two limousines welded end to end, then stretched again for good measure. It rolled on 26 wheels, carried multiple driver cabins, and required hinges in the middle just to turn corners. The Guinness World Records crowned it the world's longest car, and for decades, nothing came close. A dream that faded away. But every dream eventually faces reality. As the 1990s faded, so did the spotlight. The American Dream was parked, forgotten, left to rot in a New Jersey warehouse. For years, the once glorious limousine sat in silence. Paint peeling, glass shattered, tires sunken into the dust. A monument to excess, decaying. The rebirth, modern restoration. Then, 3 decades later, a miracle. In 2019, automotive historian Michael Manning and the Seum of New York took on what many called impossible. To restore this mechanical palace to its piece by piece, they rebuilt the American Dream. New fiberglass panels, fresh chrome, hydraulic systems, and modern electronics. What took years to decay took 3 years to resurrect. In 2022, Guinness once again confirmed it. 100 feet 1.5 inches. The world's longest car, reborn. Original glory. Why it exists at all. People often ask, why build something so ridiculous? The answer is in the name, the American Dream. Because only in America could someone imagine a car that laughs at practicality and celebrates imagination. It isn't about commuting or comfort. It's about freedom without limits. The freedom to say, we did it simply because we could. Exterior design and insane features. From the front, it begins like any classic American luxury car. That wide chrome Cadillac grille, rectangular headlights, and the unmistakable 1980s presence. But take a few steps back, and suddenly, you realize the word long doesn't even begin to describe it. This car doesn't end, it just continues. 100 feet of sculpted metal and glass, polished to perfection, gliding on 26 wheels that stretch farther than a Boeing 737 wing. The proportions are surreal. Each section seamlessly joined to the next, balanced on a multi-axle frame designed to carry the weight of pure imagination. The hinged middle and dual engines. You might think it's impossible for a car this long to turn, and you'd be right, unless it bends. The American Dream actually features a central hinge mechanism, allowing the chassis to flex in tight turns. Powering this rolling monument are 2 engines, one at the front and one at the rear, synchronized through custom controls. It's part car, part engineering experiment, part carnival ride, and it somehow works. The extravagant exterior details. The exterior design feels almost theatrical. A white body trimmed in chrome, side windows tinted dark, and red velvet curtains behind the glass. Even from miles away, it commands attention like a moving skyscraper. And then there's the roof, where ordinary limousines end. The American Dream just begins. Up here, you'll find a miniature swimming pool, a jacuzzi, a sun deck, and yes, an actual helipad capable of landing a small helicopter. Because why settle for valet parking when your helicopter can land on your car? The tail end and finishing touches. At the back, the spectacle continues. Dual bumpers, stacked taillights, and a platform extending into what looks like a luxury yacht stern. The rear section houses the vehicle's control systems, a backup driving cockpit, and storage compartments large enough to hold motorcycles or full-size luggage trunks. Every inch of the car was built to scream excess. Not wasteful, but wonderful. Because this limo wasn't built for transport. It was built for awe. Visual comparison moment. To put things in perspective, park it beside a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and the Rolls looks like a toy. Line it next to a modern bus, and the American dream still wins. Even the world's biggest stretch Hummer bows to this monument. When Jay Ohrberg finished it, he didn't just create a car, he created a landmark. It's not a vehicle you measure in miles per hour. It's one you measure in jaw drops per second. Interior luxury and the experience. Step inside, and the outside world disappears. You don't enter this limousine, you arrive in it. What unfolds before you isn't an interior, it's an experience. The cabin stretches farther than most apartments. Rows of plush leather seating, glowing fiber optic lighting, and mirrored ceilings amplify the illusion of infinite space. You could walk from one end to the other and still feel like you haven't reached the back. Inside the rolling palace. On the left, a fully stocked minibar lined with crystal decanters. On the right, a flat-screen theater with surround sound. There's a luxury lounge, a bedroom suite, even a small office area designed for business tycoons who prefer their boardroom to move at 30 miles an hour. And everywhere you look, chrome, velvet, and the subtle glow of 1980s opulence reborn. The lifestyle statement. This car isn't about getting from A to B. It's about living in the space between. Imagine hosting a party here, the roof jacuzzi bubbling, city lights below, music echoing through the length of 100 feet of automotive art. It's the kind of experience only a few will ever witness, not because of cost alone, but because nothing else like it exists. For the ultra-wealthy, this car became more than transportation. It was status, theater, and freedom rolled into one white monument of excess. The feel of driving it. And if you're wondering what it's like to drive, the answer is both terrifying and hypnotic. Two drivers control it from opposite ends, communicating constantly, like pilots of a giant aircraft. Steering feels less like turning a car and more like guiding a ship through a city street. The middle hinge bends gracefully. The rear follows with perfect precision, a ballet of mechanics and nerve. Every turn is a statement. Every straight line, a red carpet entrance. The symbolism of excess. In a world obsessed with efficiency, this car celebrates the opposite, the luxury of too much. Because that's what dreams are. They're never practical. They're excessive, irrational, and beautifully unnecessary. The American Dream Limousine isn't a car built for the road. It's built for the imagination. The legacy. Today, it lives in the Desertland Park Museum in Florida, completely restored, gleaming under showroom lights. Visitors walk beside it and stop halfway, realizing they've only seen half the car. Kids stare, adults laugh, and everyone, for a brief moment, understands why it's called the American Dream. It represents everything the word dream stands for: ambition, excess, freedom, and audacity. The closing reflection. A century ago, the automobile promised freedom. Then came luxury, technology, and speed. But this car dared to promise wonder. Because when imagination meets metal, you don't just build a car, you build a legend. This is the world's longest car, the American Dream Limousine. Proof that in the pursuit of dreams, there is no such thing as too far. If this rolling palace made you believe that luxury still has no limits, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell us. Would you take a ride in the American Dream? Or does your dream live somewhere else?